Thank you. Hi, everyone. I thought I'd start at my happy place, the piano. Now, I see a lot of familiar faces out there. Hi, my Diamond Deb heads, and maybe some Deb heads from yesteryear who have circled back around. Hi, everybody. First of all, before I get into anything, I just want to say, how incredible have these ladies been up here who performed before me and spoke before me. It's such a love fest back there, and I love the girl power and everything that's happening today. But what I wanted to say about the familiar faces is, you guys know that the piano is my happy place, or today the keyboard. But maybe many of you didn't know. And, you know, I have no pony in the race of what you know or don't know about me and my musical career or my skills. By the way, too early? There we go. That's early even for me, but just had to get comfy and be with you. So, you know, it's funny because sometimes I think it's like a common thing for artists who have been in the business a long time, like myself, to get bitter about the fact that people don't know everything, right? Like, I expect everyone to know everything about me and my musical skills or whatever, but I have decided somewhere along the way to let that be a fun thing, to let that be something that's like, ooh, I have a surprise up my sleeve. I can whip out this little piano thing and maybe it's unexpected. And I find that that sense of being surprising to myself and being surprising to all of you is something that keeps me ageless. It's one of my secrets, yes, to staying young and hungry and curious, and that could be a secret for all of you too that I hope you walk away with today. So, because I started at such a tender age, every time there's an intro, it's, she started at the tender age of 16. I think that kind of leads to people keeping me frozen in their minds, right? And you know, I remember a time when I was always wearing like denim and bright colors, and then in 1990 I released an album called Anything Is Possible. Thank you. It wasn't my biggest album, but the gal in the back right corner bought it. Thank you. I did a video, and it was like News at 11, Debbie Gibson's wearing all black. Literally. And so it was this kind of a thing when I realized that, you know, people were, from fans to record executives to musical collaborators, people were kind of like hesitant to let me break out of this box that everybody had put me in. But I never set out in this business and in this career to execute somebody else's script. This was always my journey, and it was always about me being true to myself, being authentic, and staying relevant by staying surprising. And I have come to learn that predictability is the enemy of vitality. Let that sink in for a minute. Yes. So even tonight, I didn't think I was wearing this. I had a dress on, I had hair extensions in, and then I was like, no, I'm putting on the thing I threw in my bag as the oh, by the way, because that's what feels like me now. And I think if you stay in tune with what feels like you now, yes, then you are defying time and perception. So, my rock and roll spirit always wins out. And even if I have to rock a boat or two and go against the norm to live my unconventional life, which it's always been unconventional and lived kind of out of order, but agrees with me. And if I just kind of lean into that feeling of discomfort that comes sometimes when you are kind of pushing out of your own comfort zone, that is the key for me, and it's also the title of my memoir, to staying eternally electric. Yes. Yes. I love it. It's like the church of eternally electric. Can I get an amen? All right. So, you guys know the phrase, give the people what they want. Well, give the people what they want does not apply when you're talking about staying surprising. Because to stay surprising to others, you have to continue to show up for yourself in the moment and stay surprising for yourself. And I recently saw a video, I think it was maybe on Instagram, maybe on YouTube, the great producer Rick Rubin. We're in a music town, so you guys know Rick Rubin, right? He has produced everyone, oh my gosh, from LL Cool J to Linkin Park to Gaga to Ed Sheeran and beyond. And he said, and I want to look at this quote to do him justice and get it right. I always love this quote of his. He said, when one makes something truly for oneself, one is doing the best possible thing for the audience, which I wholeheartedly agree with. And I want to take it a step further by saying, when you do that thing that is so unique unto you, and this goes for everybody in life, not just about being an artist on a stage. And you put that reciprocal energy out and it comes back, it creates this kind of chain reaction, I think, that ignites and inspires us all, me included. Like, that's the energetic exchange with my audience, because we really all show up for each other in the most surprising ways all the time. And that's what keeps me forever young and hungry and eager to continue unleashing my most unique unto me art for all of you. So I'm going to take you back for a minute to a time where I want to get even a little closer. I don't know if I'm stepping out of the light. We'll see. I'm going to come really close if I can. Am I out of the light though, you guys, for your thing that you're filming? I don't know. Okay. But I really want to see everybody on this one, and I get emotional just thinking about it. There was a time, I think probably if you've reached a certain point in life, at some point you've been in survival mode. And maybe some of you are in that mode right now and managed to get yourselves here today, and my hat's off to you for doing that, because I know what that takes. I was at a time where, I'm talking today about being new and surprising. There was a time for me where that was so far from my reality, because in my 20s and 30s, I was starting to experience a lot of physical pain, debilitating pain, psychological pain, emotional pain, all of it. Everything from back pain to sleep problems to the moodiness to just kind of being frozen and stuck. And, I was really at that point, trying to keep my career alive, my brand alive, but also just paying the bills, being accountable to people like my agents and my manager, who happened to be my now she's my late mother. She was my mother. She's always my mother, but my mother at the time was my manager, my late great mom, Diane. But artistically, I was running in place at that time. And I just, like I said, have so much compassion for anybody out there who is in that survival mode. I was at the point where I was kind of going from gig to gig, and I never signed on to be in this business to be a gigger. That was not the end game. Not on my bingo card, as they say. But it was really all I could handle at the time. But I want to say to any of you today who, like I said, who are here and maybe are feeling that feeling of being stuck, I'm singing and dancing proof that you too can make that shift and get to that new version of yourself, that best version of yourself, that higher frequency that doesn't have to be permanent. And, I knew that I was not one to just kind of fade out. And I remember like that voice rising up saying, this is not your life. This is not your life. This is not your life. And even though the voice was technically weak, the intention behind it was strong. And it was divinely supported, and I knew that. And so I knew that I kind of had to surrender for a moment and go within myself and look for answers and look to people who I like to say I endowed with the power to help me find answers as well. And one of those people, by the way, who helped me really know too that fire would return, that fire once I got my health back on track, as my manager, Heather Moore, who's here today. Yes, hi Heather. She worked for my mom and I actually in the 90s and early 2000s, and then when I parted ways with my mom in business, Heather circled back and took the reins, and we've been in this rebuilding phase, and really one of my favorite chapters in my life and my career ever since. And I owe so much to her. But I like to say, like, when I'm in that quiet place, that solitary place, there's this question that comes up, which is, who are you becoming when nobody's watching? Because we like to joke and say, nobody in the entertainment business is waking up every day going, what can I do for Debbie Gibson today? Right? It's not happening. You guys are doing that, but but the entertainment business is not doing this. So it's really all about my vision. And my vision at times, well, most of the time, has been wild and far-fetched, and people often saw it as unattainable. It was that vision that my mom and I, these two girls essentially, against the big, bad, very male-dominated music business at the time, we had this vision and we held tight to the vision. And, there were cynics and there were naysayers, and we just kept going because we knew that we wanted to get the music out to the people. And so that is that well of dreams that I continue to go back to, but I go back to it in order to keep moving forward. And that well of dreams is not just available to all who are told by society, everything's all in front of you. It's always all in front of you. You always have something to dream about and a goal to achieve. And, when I was a little girl and I was writing those songs in my notebooks, I was dreaming of rooms like this, being in a room where I could inspire and where I could play my songs. It's all I ever wanted to do. And though I connect with who I was back then, always, I never disowned that little girl. And I connect with all of you and who you were because I saw you back then on this journey with me. I did at all the stage doors. And now I get to see you on social media. But what I wanted to say is I see us all anew. And I know that if there are things you want in your life that maybe you don't even see for yourself, I see it for you today. And I know that the best is yet to come. And I was writing and singing about dreams back then, and it's so perfect that I see this big sign that says Neon Dream in front of me, right? Every time I'm telling secrets, I remember how it used to be, and I realize how much I miss you, and I realize how it feels to be free. I see I'm up to no good, and I wanna start again. There we go. Woo! That's it. It was only in my dreams. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. You guys sounded good. It took a little coaxing. You were a little shy at first, but did you enjoy that? That kind of reimagined, thank you. A little acoustic version. So fun fact, I wrote that song when I was 13 years old. And in 2016, I did that acoustic version for the Hallmark movie Summer of Dreams. And it's really what we're talking about today. It's about reinventing and reimagining and looking at something familiar in a new way. And I always say in music, in arrangement and production, serve the piece, right? Serve the piece. And I believe that in life too. If you start kind of coming from the outside in and being too strategic and, there's another word I'm looking for and I can't find it, but we'll just go with strategic. But if you come from that never works out for me is what I'm trying to say. But when I come from an organic, authentic place and I continue to throw logs on that fire of creativity, I have come to find this sense of wonder and surprise that once again, to bring it full circle, keeps me ageless and excited about life. And I feel like that is like a superpower to kind of keep that sense of wonder about yourself. And another superpower for me has been not allowing myself to get stereotyped. And one of the things I love about theater and the career I've had in theater is you get to play all these different roles. And again, I kind of took what I was told were negatives as a kid. I was told, like, you have a little lisp and you have a crooked nose and you have a funny vibrato and all these things. And I took that and I was able to kind of let my versatility take me to unexpected places. I got to play Fanny Bryce in Funny Girl, who's the quirky one, right? And then I got to play Belle the Beauty and Beauty and the Beast and everything in between. And it's been so incredible. And I feel like in taking those risks in theater, it's really allowed me that space and that permission to experiment, to fail, and to keep re-entering the landscape again with that wonder and that resiliency. And I feel like when you have that sense of whimsy about your life and that boldness, it disrupts people's perception and it disrupts time itself. And it keeps you surprising. And again, it keeps you ageless. Now, one place I got to put this on its feet this past year, actually Mariah was there. I don't know if she's back there. We met back doing the Songwriters Hall of Fame ceremony this past year, and I was called to pay tribute to Tony McCauley. Now, if you know his catalog, it's insane. There's so many great songs to choose from, and they allowed me to choose, but Build Me Up, Buttercup. I mean, come on, have you met me? Like, is there a better fit? Like, I am a British rom-com. Like, I'm a walking British rom-com. That's what I like to say. I feel like that song was in a lot of those, right? But, I felt like I always see being in a room of luminaries that were in that room, Clive Davis and just all these amazing songwriters. Again, I was like, I don't know if they know what I can do, so I don't want to just get up and sing. I want to let me find a way to bust out a badass piano solo. And again, rather than go, oh, I can't believe people, it was once again just fun to be able to be surprising. And I kind of felt it coming and I played with that. And it was such an incredible, incredible moment and highlight of my career. But speaking of surprises and musical surprises, no one's ever more surprised than me when a song drops in. So I don't know how many songwriters are in the room today. Any? Yes? Good for you for being here to kind of soak in all of the incredible songwriters that are up here today speaking. That's such a great thing. But yes, there is obviously a knowledge of your craft, but I also find, for me, part of the knowledge of that craft is knowing that ideas just kind of mystically and magically drop in. I don't know if you guys find that, but I find that to be true. And this next song I'm going to do, some of you may know and some of you may not. And that classical piano piece I played at the beginning actually is a new intro that I wrote for the music video for this song. And this song kind of came to me, and it really came to me as like the embodiment of everything I'm talking about tonight, and my musical message and kind of how I live my life. Here is Legendary.
In a right swing, you're taking what they bring. You're making a name, cause baby, this is your ring. You're learning the footwork, you're working the high notes. You're in the crowd, they're singing out loud what you wrote. And you take each knockout as it comes, but you don't give up and you don't give in, cause you can't be outrun. Never hear you saying, I'm on, no, you left it all on the floor. Why be ordinary when you can be legendary? They can't help but to see all that you be, so you'll be legendary. Your words are your from the east to the west end, you're lining them up round the block, cause you're a legend. You're playing the full court, so fast you can't get caught. Your memory lives on so long, the life is so short. And you take each victory as it comes, and you don't look down on those who are down, no, you're not that one. You see the good in everyone, say look at how far you have gone. That's right. Why be ordinary when you can be legendary? They can't help but to see all that you be, so go be legendary. It's time and let it burn. Higher and higher. Just off the turn and just move on. You got it, you got it. Come on. You got it, you got it. Nashville, TEDx, you got it. You got it, you got it. That's right. You got it, you got it. When you can be legendary.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, yes, in closing, I say, why be ordinary when you can be legendary? And an ageless life is about not holding on to things, not being predictable, and keeping people on their toes, especially that beautiful, eternally electric person you see staring back at you in the mirror. Thank you. Good night. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. And thank you so much to the TEDx Nashville Women series for having me. This was so divine. Thank you so much, guys. So sweet.